Once upon a time, there were two kind and beautiful sisters who lived with their mother in a little cottage by the forest. The older sister was named Snow White because of her fair complexion, and the younger sister was called Rose Red for her rosy cheeks. Though they were different in appearance, they loved each other dearly and were always helping their mother. Snow White was quiet and gentle, while Rose Red was lively and adventurous. Together, they made a perfect team, always keeping their cozy home warm and welcoming. One cold winter evening, as the family sat by the fire, there was a knock at the door. Rose Red opened it and gasped. A giant brown bear stood outside. "Don't be afraid," said the bear. "I am cold and hungry. May I warm myself by your fire?" The sisters felt sorry for the bear and invited him in. Snow White brushed the snow from his fur, and Rose Red brought him food. The bear stayed with them through the winter, becoming their gentle friend. The girls played with him, and he protected them as if he were a loyal guardian. When spring came, the bear said, "I must leave now to guard my treasures from an evil dwarf. Be careful in the forest, for danger lurks there." The sisters were sad to see him go, but wished him well. One day, while walking in the forest, Snow White and Rose Red came across a little dwarf with a long beard trapped in the roots of a tree. "Help me, you foolish girls," he cried. The sisters gently freed his beard from the tree, but the dwarf was ungrateful. "You clumsy creatures! You've ruined my beautiful beard," he snapped and stormed off. Not long after, they found the dwarf again, this time with his beard tangled in a fishing line by the river. Again, the sisters helped him, but the dwarf was just as rude as before. The third time, they found the dwarf being chased by a huge eagle. The sisters scared the bird away and saved the dwarf's life. But instead of thanking them, he yelled, "You've messed up my clothes. Can't you do anything right?" One day, while the sisters were out, the dwarf was counting his treasure in the forest when the big bear appeared. The dwarf screamed, "Spare me, mighty bear. Take the girls instead." But the bear ignored him and struck the evil dwarf with a single blow, putting an end to his wickedness. Then, to the sisters' amazement, the bear's fur began to fall off, revealing a handsome prince underneath. The prince explained that the dwarf had cursed him, turning him into a bear. Only by defeating the dwarf could he return to his true form. "Thanks to your kindness, I am free," said the prince. The sisters were overjoyed. Snow White eventually married the prince, and Rose Red married his brother. They all lived happily ever after, and the sisters' love and kindness were rewarded.